to my channel. This is RFUTAROT. Why RFU? Because I do what's right for me and you should do what's right for you, and fuck who don't like it. Yes, I do cuss. If you don't, or if you don't like it, my bad, G. My bad. I'm an intuitive reader, so from the moment I come to the table, the messages I channel, the decks I pick, the way the cards come out is all intuitively guided by my spiritual gang. With that being said, let your spiritual gang and source guide you to the messages that they have for you. Take your piece, don't be greedy, and do not try to manipulate my shit, G. Don't try to make my shit fit your shit and be mad when you get some different shit. I'm not the guide of your understanding or your free will. Thank y'all for riding with me. Thank you for the likes, subscribes, and shares, and the comments and emails. Thank you for all that shit. I love it, and keep it coming. All right. Well, welcome. Gather around. Get your seats. I feel like this is going to be a divine feminine read, okay? And I did a little pre-shuffle and laid some shit out so I could see exactly what was going on. So I will say this. I feel like this is what's going on, like in your 3D physical. I feel like this is probably what's going on, like behind the scenes, shit that people don't see. And this is like how you feel about it, right? So let me just show y'all the cards first. The first card I got out was this little kid, right? This little boy. I don't know if y'all can see it without the glare. My bad, y'all. But this card for me, for one, his shirt says to be full of enthusiasm, right? But he's got that little dipstick candy, like the kind that you like dip in the different flavors or whatever and lick it off. That's what I feel like he's eating. I don't know what the fuck he's eating because this ain't my kid. I didn't take the picture. Okay. But I feel like that's what he's eating. And also with the, look at his hoodie string, like how tight it is around his neck. So I feel like Divine Feminine, there is something that you are trying to do, but there's something that you're not saying, something that is not going according to plan, or something that just don't feel right, or something that you need to say, my G, and you ain't saying it with this string so tight around this boy's neck. Okay? Now, the next card that came out was Miss Fizzle, Magic School Bus, a field trip, right? But it was like sideways. It wasn't in reverse, but it was sideways. So with this, I feel like usually when it's upright, this is a test. You know what I mean? This is a field trip. We on the Magic School Bus and you're on a field trip, right? I think with this coming out sideways, it's telling me to tell you that it's in regards to some actual school shit, like not necessarily Magic School Bus Divine Gang, but like with this being what's going on in your 3D, I feel like this is some school shit. Either y'all are going to school or you got some kids trying to go to school or something, because it is a lot of kids in this picture. It's only one adult. So I feel like with this coming out sideways and with this little boy and the other cards that we got in this row, I feel like a lot of y'all have kids that are going to college, is what I heard. So a lot of y'all have kids that's going to college and you're very enthusiastic about it, like you really want it to happen. You're trying to do everything to make it happen. But I feel like it's something that you're not saying, like something within the planning portion of you sending your kid to college that you're not communicating to them. The next cards that came out was Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Now, look at the Queen of Pentacles and how she's looking at it. She don't look happy at all. And then the next card that came out was the Page of Pentacles. We know that the pages is the children. Look at how she's looking at the Pentacles. She looks optimistic, hopeful. Sorry. But then Queen of Pentacles is looking at the Pentacle like not very happy. Also with this rabbit right here looking at the Page of Pentacles, I feel like back again with this little boy with this tight ass stringer on his hoodie, I feel like the rabbit is looking at the Page of Pentacles like there's something that you need to confess or say, or you have to have pure intentions in regards to this person. You see that rabbit right there and how he's looking at the Page of Pentacles? I feel like with these four cards right here, what I'm getting is y'all kid is trying to go to college, my G, and you ain't got the coin for that shit. You don't. That's what I'm really getting. And you need to communicate that to your child so they can be trying to get some financial aid packages popping or something, Divine Feminine. You know what I mean? It's ways around it. Don't just not say it and then your child don't go to school if that's what they want to really do. You feel me? Breaking that down was the Two of Cups. This says dumb bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. That fucking glare. I gotta fix it. I'm sorry. It says dumb bitch. But if you can see the lady, hold on, I'm gonna try her to go. If you see how she looks like she's being almost like she's being sacrificed or some shit, like her hands is tied, right? The boy had this tie around his neck, so I feel like you're restricted in the way that you're speaking in this instance, and you also feel like your hands are tied a little bit. Back again with that Queen of Pentacles that's looking sadly at the coin, like you feel like your hands is tied. The dumb bitches, I'm feeling like maybe we gonna move on forward because I feel like the dumb bitch is more so speaking to this lane, and this lane we said was about shit that was going on behind the scenes, so we'll break that down later. But also I want to draw your attention to this guy. I feel like that's your spiritual gang telling you like we got it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like you have to let go of certain levels of control, y'all. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like in this 3D shit you don't have the coin to send your baby to college, communicate that with them so that they can be looking at financial aid options, G. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to let go of control of things. If you can't handle it, if you don't have the coin to do that shit, find other avenues. And trust that your spiritual gang is going to bless both of y'all in that situation if that's really what you're meant to do and what your baby's meant to do, right? Right. So the next pal, the first card that we had come out was the side eye card. Now, I did immediately get drawn to the Lady Gaga bitch, and she's like trying to swallow a reptile, and she's like choking herself type shit. So again, with the little boy, it's something that you're not saying, something that you don't feel comfortable with, but you're not saying it. And with the side eye card, I feel like, because remember, this lane is what's going on behind the scenes. So I feel like you needed to communicate, or you did, sorry. Okay. All right. Thank y'all. You did communicate with somebody in regards to your baby going to school. And I feel like the motherfucker you communicated with is gonna have you swallow that thing on your own. Like they like, I don't know, but I'm really feeling like yeah, cause see, look at this girl, like what the fuck. And then the dude down here, it's like when you communicated this to this person, I feel like they might have agreed with it or said that they would help your baby type shit, but really in their mind they like, what? Junior needs $30,000 to go to school. No, it doesn't make sense to this person, this male energy. You see the question marks next to it. It like for this male person that you probably your baby daddy, G. Okay, your baby daddy probably is feeling like it doesn't make sense. Like we don't need $30,000 for Junior to go to school. That nigga can go to a community college somewhere or something. The next card that came out was betrayal. This is my paid in, this is paid in full. This comes from a movie, Paid in Full. So again, with the Pentacle situation, the coins, you said Junior needs X amount of dollars for tuition, and baby daddy was like, he said yes in the situation. That's why it says betrayal here. The motherfucker said yes, but no. And look at the snake in the TV. It looks like the same motherfucking thing that this bitch is trying to swallow on her own. I don't know if you, I feel like even in this conversation with your baby daddy G, you kind of felt like this motherfucker might drop the ball type shit. Like that, I feel like that's what the energy was, that I was picking up on when I said like something doesn't go right with it or something doesn't feel right about it, but you don't really speak on it. And so I feel like that's what it was. Like even in communicating this with your baby daddy, and he said, yeah, I'm gonna help you or whatever, we got it, we can do it. You knew in your intuition that this motherfucker was gonna betray you, period, because he ain't been doing what he supposed to been doing up until this point. So it's like you just kind of felt like he might fall short, G. You really did. So I feel like this is the two of y'all right here. Knight of Cups is you, like coming in like trying to have this conversation, you offering the conversation of let's put Junior in college because that's what he or she wants to do, right? I felt like that was you. But even look at your horse, like he's not even sure about this shit, right? Like the cup looks a little raggedy. So I feel like your baby daddy's raggedy bitch, okay? And even when you had went to him and had this conversation, and your intuition was like, I don't know, George. I don't know. And here's your baby daddy, yeah, like Knight of Swords. He came rushing in for this conversation like he was 10 toes down. But I feel like this nigga didn't ever have intentions on that shit because his horse is moving fast. Your horse ain't. Like your horse, look at the hair on your horse. That nigga is like, be still, bitch. Don't do this, right? Look at the hair on his horse. Like that motherfucker is got aggression in his steps, okay? And look at his face. Like, for one, bitch, look at his haircut. Like, why at this age are we having these haircuts? And I know that these are braids, like going up into a mohawk, but I feel like if this is your baby daddy, he's got like a mohawk haircut. Like, why are you pushing 40 with a mohawk haircut, son? Grow up. But anyways, if we put these two cards together, look at y'all horses, like they clashing. They button heads. So it was like there was never going to be common ground. Look at the surroundings in both of these cards. They don't look the same. So it's like what you value, he does not. Like y'all have different sets of values. Y'all, your morals and shit clash. You know what I mean? Breaking those two cards down was the Emperor, the father. Yeah. Knowing. Yeah, so I feel like I said up here, even in this conversation that you was trying to have with your baby daddy, you knew that it was a potential for this nigga to drop the ball. Look at the ball in his hand. You knew that there was a potential for him to drop that ball, bitch. You had a deep knowing when you had this conversation with your baby daddy that he had the potential to drop the ball, bitch. And why did you know that? Because the nigga already been dropping the ball. Period. Like, period. Look at this nigga. He's cross-eyed and all type of shit. Like, this nigga can't see clear for nothing. It's like, I just heard the blind leading the blind. We ain't gonna never find our way. Oh, divine feminine. Okay, so how do you feel about the situation? You feel nonchalant. Like, 50% I don't care, 50% I don't know. But also, I was attracted to Lisa. Look at her. It says bitch on her chest, but then there's also these swirls going around her head with the L sign. For one, your baby daddy is either an L7 or a loser. He could probably be both. But you've had many instances with this nigga being a fuck nigga. So it's like you already knew. You already knew that this motherfucker had the potential to let you down. So it's like, how do you feel about it? Very nonchalant. But I feel like, too, is that a ladybug? Yeah, I feel like it's a ladybug next to Lisa. So it's like you do have the luck of self. You do have the luck of source. Like, you can do this shit regardless. Even though, like, look at her hair. It looks like all nappy and bruised and shit. Like, she done been through it. But you can do it. And you know it. Like, look at Mickey Mouse at the bottom of the card. Like, do-do-do-do. Fuck you. If you're not going to do it, whatever. The fuck? Yeah, you are happy regardless. Whether a motherfucker can come together and do it with you or whether you have to do it by yourself, you don't give a fuck and you happy to do it. And then there's also a golden apple here. You know, again, with the school shit. I feel like your babies are trying to go to, they're graduating this year and they're wanting to go to college and you want to send them off right, divine feminine. Thank you. Thank you for setting the path for your babies, because listen, a lot of us didn't have these choices and options and shit. So I think you're doing the damn thing. I'm proud of you, bitch. Breaking that down was the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles is like watering the dead bush, waiting on it to change it to a rose bush, usually for me as a reader. But with this one, it looks like she's at a job. So I feel like, how do you feel about this situation and probably about your job too? It's like you don't really want to be doing it, divine feminine, but you're gonna do it because that's just what you do. Period. You just get shit done. 7 of Pentacles, whether you like it or not. The fuck? You just get it the fuck done. Okay? Period. And then the next card was 8 of Cups. Yeah. So it's like, cause look at this person's clothes that's walking away. They look a lot like this Knight of Cups, right? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to figure out a way to show y'all. Don't the clothes look similar? So I feel like you end up walking away from this perceived expectation of this motherfucker helping you out. You walk away from that expectation and just move on to, because the Eight of Cups is like a motherfucker walking away from something to go to something that's better for them, right? So I feel like you leave this expectation behind. You know what I mean? Like I feel like through this situation, it's like a shift in the relationship between you and your baby daddy, sis. Real shit. I feel like you, at this point, you just motherfucking tired, right? Seven of Pentacles, you just motherfucking tired. And it's like, no more will I allow you to set me or my children up with these false expectations. Eight of Cups, we are walking away from the expectation of you, period, my G. And good for you. And also, we have the moon in this card. So it's like you come into, it's actually the moon and the sun. So yeah, I feel like you come into the deep knowing of exactly who the fuck you are and the 2 feet that you stand on, G. Dopeness. Real shit. Yeah, because the next card after that was the Four of Swords. Like you just are at peace. Even though you probably gonna have some sleepless nights. It's some nights where you gonna cry. It's some nights where you might, because when I say cry, I feel like a lot of y'all through this situation and past situations with your baby daddy, you felt like, fuck, how could I set my child up for failure in this manner by picking this fuck nigga, right? And as parents, we do that. Like, as we start to see a person in the parental sense, as we start to see a motherfucker be a parent to this child that we had with them, then we start to realize all the different fuck ups of this person, right? So it's like sometimes we tend to take that burden on ourselves, like, fuck, I inflicted this on my child. I feel like through this right here, you walking away from the expectations and your children walking away from the expectations of their daddy, you have a sense of peace. Four of Swords. Like, yeah, it's like you just gotta sleep on that shit. Like, you just gotta take it. But I mean, sis, it is what it is. You had these kids. I mean, I know that he should be doing more. He should be doing his part. But the reality of the situation, my G, is he's not. So it's like, do you keep on Knight of Cups in this nigga? Like, I know you can be a good dad, and I'll bring Junior to come and see you whenever you're ready. Do you keep holding on to the expectation of this motherfucker being a dad when they're not being a dad? Or do you just make peace with that shit? Like, fuck it, okay? This nigga is not the dad that my children deserve, and I'm not gonna subject them to that shit no more. Four of Swords. It's like, it's not that you are at peace with this fuck nigga. It's just that you put to bed, you put to bed the expectations of this man being anything than what the fuck he done already showed you and your children. Period. Facts. Because breaking that shit down is the World card. Done it all. Done it all. And look at the people inside of the ring. I've never seen this in any other motherfucking deck. This is one body, one physical body with a man and a woman head on it. And the woman has a crown on her head. So I feel like for my divine feminines, y'all done it all. Y'all have been the mama and the daddy, right? That's why this person has two heads. You done did it all. You done gave your children the world on the sweat of your own back, my G. So, you know what I mean? This is breaking down Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. You just biting the bullet and getting it done, Seven of Pentacles, and walking away from the expectations of this nigga being anything but a fuck nigga. That's breaking down the World card is breaking down those two cards. So it's like, yeah, like I hate this shitty ass job, but I'm gonna keep getting up and going to it because it's giving me coins to take care of my kids. And instead of me being unhappy or bitter about the shit, I'm just gonna walk away from the expectations of this boy to be a man, period. And do it by myself. I can be mom and dad. I get presents on Mother's Day and Father's Day. Fuck you mean? I have done it all. You done it all. And I'm proud of you, bitch. So breaking down the Four of Swords is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is like third party situations, right? But also the number 3 just speaks on collaboration, cooperation, people coming together, right? If this is you and your baby daddy, it should have came out 3 of Pentacles. But it didn't. It came out 3 of Swords. It says they deserve each other. So with this 4 of Swords, I mean with this 3 of Swords breaking down this 4 of Swords, G, I feel like your baby daddy, cuz, is probably laid up with some weak ass bitch. And that this weak ass bitch is probably influencing him like nah, because there's 2 men in this card and 1 woman. So I feel like his the bitch that he's with is probably sitting up telling him some shit like, well, nah, because Tracy got a dude, so why her dude can't help her type shit. Why you gotta pay for everything? Nah, she's laid up with that nigga, 4 of Swords. She's laid up with that nigga. Why can't that nigga help her? This is what the bitch he's with is saying to him. So that's inciting this more fuck nigga behavior. You know what I mean? So 3 of Swords, they deserve each other, bitch. They deserve each other. I mean, look at them. Her, the motherfucker that your baby daddy's with, your baby daddy, and Junior. You know what I mean? It's like, no, the bitch your baby daddy is with feels like that whatever you're doing in your personal life should be enough for Junior, and he don't have to handle his responsibilities as a man, which he already felt that way anyways, because he been exhibiting fuck nigga behavior. We already seen that. So for him to come in alignment with this fuck bitch, it's like it just makes it 10 times worse. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like some of y'all are married, and the baby daddy feels like, whether you married or in a long-term relationship or whatever it is, I feel like your baby daddy feels like he already feels this way, but this bitch just put the 10 on the 2 for him. It's like whoever you with, he feel like you laying with that nigga, you fucking on that nigga's in your house or whatever, he should be taking care of that shit. Bitch, we smart enough up in this motherfucker to know that I don't give a fuck. It's just like, okay, say Divine Feminine, you with a nigga, and your baby daddy got your daughter or whatever for the weekend, and just because he's with a bitch, let's say he's with a bitch and he comes and gets your child for the weekend, and just because he got a bitch over there, you feel like you don't gotta send clothes, or you don't have to make sure she's good throughout the week, or whatever it is. It's like, it's stupid. You know what I mean? It's a very immature way of thinking. Like, this nigga feel like because of whatever you're doing in your own 3D shit, it alleviates him from his responsibility as a father. Thank you, Source, because I was trying to figure out a way to say it, and I clearly couldn't get that shit out. Yes, he feels like because you are with someone else, that transfers the responsibility of his daddy duties onto that motherfucker. He's an idiot, cuz. He's a fucking idiot. Now, let's move on and break this shit down some more. Alright. So, Source, what's up with this Divine Feminine trying to send her baby to school? This one came straight the fuck out. Yeah. Ace of Swords. This is also my Source card. So it's like, and with it saying Geronimo, I'm hearing get her done, boys. Yeah, so I feel like you are going to get it done. You are going to get it done. Ace of Swords. Oh, okay. I see what you're trying to say, Source. Remember, I was trying to tell y'all that I was being drawn to the angelic energy up here with this. I think it's like an arrow, actually. But they was trying to communicate to you that they got you. Your spiritual gang got you. I'm being told that this arrow is actually a sword, Ace of Swords. And it's like, we know that aces are portals between the 3D and other realms, right? This is what's going on in your 3D. So Source is trying to tell you that your spiritual gang and Source and God and all the above have, they made a way for you already in this situation, Ace of Swords. They have made a way for you to alleviate, the mental pressures and because I feel like for y'all that's resonating with this message, you feel like not getting this done is like making it puts a lot of help me out. Tap me in, source. What's the word I'm looking for? You not being able to get this done, it puts a lot of mental stress on you. It makes you feel kind of like, it makes you start doubting yourself and shit like that. So it's like source is coming in with that sword to like cut the bullshit. Hey, cut the bullshit. The bullshit that, because look at this angelic being, they're right there by your head with this arrow. So I feel like source is telling you, don't overthink it. Like, don't doubt yourself because you can't financially pay for this school shit. You know what I mean? Source has a plan. Allow the sword to come down, baby. Allow the sword to come down. Definitely. So what does source have to say about the shit that's going on behind the scenes with this baby daddy nigga that has betrayed his obligations to this child? Knight of Cups, Emperor, Knight of Swords. The Hierophant, Eight of Pentacles, Coups well known. Eight of Pentacles is working really hard for something, right? But also with this being saying Hierophant on the top of it, it's like I feel like source is working hard. And also with it saying Coups well known, it's like speaking on in this conversation when you had that intuitive hit, like this motherfucker might let you down. But I feel like this is source coming in again telling you that she is working hard for this shit to happen in your greatest, for your highest good and for your baby's highest good, is what I'm really getting. Eight of Pentacles. Like, it is gonna work. It is gonna come together. And then look at the man too. Like, he looks very confident in this shit. Hierophant. Like, this is a different level of commitment as far as like with me saying that this is a different level of commitment. I feel like you had an expectation on your baby daddy to be who you expected for him to be, Divine Feminine. And it's like, I feel like source is saying the commitment is with her. Like, even if this nigga don't do what he's supposed to do, she will. Period. Eight of Cups. It will. It's she's always out here. She's always working overtime on that thing. So yeah, I feel like Divine Feminine, what she's trying to tell me to tell you is like, don't allow this nigga to drop the ball in your favor. You know what I mean? If it's some shit, I don't think I said that right. But like, don't allow him to drop the ball on some shit that's meant for you. Thank you, source. It's like, if this is your ball and you want to bounce that bitch and win the game, don't allow him to drop it. Like, you know what I mean? Have that higher commitment with your obligations and yourself and your source. You know what I mean? Hierophant. Like, have that higher level of commitment to where, regardless, right? And you already have that. So I feel like this is source saying that they acknowledge that, and that's why they are working overtime above, to make sure no matter what, the ball is not fumbled, my G. Good shit. All right, now, what source has to say about how Divine Feminine feels about herself and this situation, right? Give me some cards on the World and Three of Swords. We have Eight of Cups. Again, we already had the Eight of Cups here, right? And here it is again. But also with this Eight of Cups, it says Nomad, Running Rabbit. Yeah, we already had the rabbit over here, and that was you communicating to your child, like, listen, go fill out that FAFSA, my G, because mommy can't pay for that shit. But with this, I feel like this is speaking again on your baby daddy. Like, Nomad, for one, is a motherfucker that does not have a home. It's a motherfucker that goes all around the town. Wherever he lays his hat is his home, because he don't have no fucking home. Eight of Cups, right? And it's like, walk away from this nigga. For real. Walk away from this nigga. Yeah. Three of Pentacles. I mean, yeah. Three of Wands. My bad. Expectation. Look at the little baby crying. It says disappointment. Yes, I feel like you and your child was expecting this shit. Expecting, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, with you walking away from the expectations that you have on this nigga to be a dad, it releases your children as well, so that they don't have to feel this disappointment. You know what I mean? Because they are expecting him to be a father too. And the more and more that you push for that, it's like the stronger the sense of need is, as far as this nigga being a dad for your children. So it's this Three of Wands is coming out right up underneath the Three of Swords. So again, like I was saying, this bitch that your baby daddy is with is putting it in his head like, no, we don't need to do as much for Junior because she got a whole nigga over there. Let that nigga do it. Like, that is divine masculine, because I know y'all be on here too. Understand this. When you do dumb shit like this, your child can feel it too. And so then your child is disappointed by you not being a father. It don't got shit to do with their mama, cuz. It don't. Because as we can see, she's going to make a way out of no way. She's got the will. So where there is a will, there is a way. She's got the will to get it all done, period. So, I mean, it's affecting her emotionally and mentally that you're not the stand-up guy that her children need, but that's as far as the disappointment goes for her. She don't want you, bruh. And really, she don't need you. You know what I mean? Her offering you this opportunity to co-parent with her is for her child. So understand, when you listen to duck bitches like this talking about we don't have to do this type of shit for Junior because Tracy got a nigga over there with her, you are only disappointing your child at the end of the day, bruh. For real. Like, that's the motherfucker you hurting the worst. And I know it's not what you really want to do. I hope it's not what you really want to do. Is it? Think about your steps, G. Because I know y'all in here too. I know y'all in here. Yeah. Page of Swords. So, cuz your baby daddy came out Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. So this nigga is full of fuck shit and mind games. The do boy. Like, he's also a dickhead. Like, period. This motherfucker's a whole dickhead. Medicine Crow. Yeah, he told you some shit and never showed you some shit. He's also very immature. Page. And then with him being 2 sword cards, he might be a person in air energy. I don't know why the fuck I keep picking up on air energy so much. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I don't know why the fuck I do that. But I do, G. I always have lots of cups and lots of swords. We got some pentacles out here too. We definitely do, but that's all in the feminine energy. Yeah, so masculine, I'm not even going to call you divine. She don't need you at all. Okay? She don't. So, the only motherfucker that needs you is your child. Get that shit understood. Okay? Okay. Now, I'm going to get a couple cards of advice for you, Divine Feminine, and then we're going to close this thing on out. At the very bottom was moon energy. Remember, we had the moon in this 8 of Cups. It says, surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. What did I say? With this Ace of Swords card. This is swords coming in to alleviate all that mental bullshit that's going on in your brain right now because you feel less than by not being able to financially put your child through school. Right? That's what I said. That's what I said. And also, we're saying surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. It's like, okay, I did lay down with this nigga, but at this point in the game, I know that he ain't shit. So I need to surrender my expectations of him being any more than what he's capable of being, G. Because if I have expectations on this motherfucker to be at 10, but he stays at 2, well, then I'm just setting myself up for disappointment by expecting this motherfucker to show up at 10. You have to surrender that expectation. Go with the even flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Yes, G. I feel like that's definitely for you. But we're going to keep going. Alright, what else does Source have to say for Divine Feminines in regards to this bullshit? Lost and found. Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. First of all, here goes this cup over here, spilt over. Right? But also there goes that cat. And it's like luck is on your side. Also with this being like a white cat a white and black cat. I feel like you, at this point, with it also being the lost and found card, it's like at this point you can see things from all different perspectives, right? Like you, as with it being the lost and found card, it's like you have now found this new sense of perception. Like now your view of things is better because of this, of letting go of this expectation of this nigga to be a dad, and he ain't a dad cuz he's a sperm donor. You know what I mean? So it's like you lost that expectation and found this new sense of self because your perception has changed. Thank you, Source. That was kind of dope as fuck. No lie. No lie. I don't know what the fuck this blue thing is over here, but I am being called to it. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm being called to it. So maybe y'all can help me out in the comments. Do you know what the fuck that is? Alright, one more. Oh, Lord. Come on. There it went. Wisdom. Wisdom, my G. It says, have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. Yes. Yes. Like I was saying, you had the inner knowing, you know what I mean, that this motherfucker might drop the ball. And I feel like that was a lesson for you. Also, it's like, trust your intuition. Even if a motherfucker is telling you the sky is purple, bitch, if you feel it in your gut that it's blue, trust that it's blue, bitch. You know what I mean? So it's like, even when you, even in the midst of the situation and you knew that your intuition was trying to tell you that this motherfucker might drop the ball, I feel like you still move forward with this said plan, even though you felt like it might fall through. And you never said like, I think you're full of bullshit and I'm just gonna help Junior find some financial aid. I feel like that was a test for you also, is what I'm trying to say right now. It's like moving forward, Divine Feminine, in the future, if at any moment your gut tells you that whatever a motherfucker is saying is bullshit, trust that shit and make a different plan, G. Don't just allow a motherfucker to tell you anything and you just move forward with that plan, even if you feel like that plan is bullshit or that motherfucker don't have intentions on actually following through with that plan. Have the strength, not even the strength because you're strong as fuck, but just have the, I'm hearing audacity, but I don't know if that's what I should be saying, but that's what I'm hearing. Have the audacity to step outside of this fucked up plan that the motherfucker's trying to shove down your throat. And make a new plan, G. Have the inner wisdom and be strategic enough to plan around that shit. Always have a plan A, B, C, and D. Okay? That's what the fuck I just heard. So yeah, Divine Feminine, I'll leave you in unconditional peace, love, and light, my G, and I hope this shit helped y'all. I love you. Bye.